First one is sauce katsu and teriyaki chicken bento. This bento is made in the image that you can taste two different types of rice balls. The first is sauce katsu pork cutlet bowl. Cut this pork loin to fit the bento box. Sprinkle salt and pepper over all. Cut a slit in the meat to prevent it from shrinking when fried in oil. Prepare panko and butter for making katsu. Before putting on the butter, flour it. It's recommended that the butter be made in this quantity. For your information, detailed materials are listed in the description section. Also, please check the link My Tools and Seasonings in the description for the seasonings used in the video. Dip the pork in the generous amount of butter before covering with panko. Don't miss the special sauce for this cutlet, which is important to make afterwards. The other type of rice ball uses chicken. After cutting away excess fat and stringy parts of the chicken, cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces. Smaller pieces are perfect for bento. Prepare potato starch for this time. Don't forget to season with salt and pepper. Sprinkle a small amount of potato starch like this. Less oil is needed this time. With this amount of oil, the chicken absorbs all the oil and the excess oil does not get in the way when the sauce is added later. Cook for 3 minutes on each side to crisp up the chicken. When the chicken is cooked, turn off or reduce the heat and season. Put sugar and soy sauce. Increase the heat slightly and toss the chicken with the sauce. When I make teriyaki chicken, I often add sake and mirin, but today I kept it pretty simple and seasoned it with just these two seasonings, and it was super delicious. The low water content also makes it easier for the chicken to absorb the sauce. Now that the chicken is done, make the sauce for the cutlet. Put Worcestershire sauce, mirin, ketchup, and sugar. It tastes great with Tonkatsu sauce or Worcestershire sauce alone, but with this special sauce, it tastes even better many times over, so please give it a try. After bringing the mixture to a boil in this way, immediately turn off the heat. This process should be done before frying the tonkatsu. Tonkatsu here will be deep fried as usual. Fry over medium heat for 3 minutes on each side for a beautiful golden brown color. If the color becomes much darker before 3 minutes have passed, the heat is too high and should be adjusted. Dip the tonkatsu in the sauce you just made. It's important to dip the tonkatsu while they are still warm. This style of tonkatsu is also quite famous in Japan and is familiar as sauced katsu. Finally, make something like simple scrambled eggs. This is to be combined with chicken, but you can make it in any style you like. Eggs are fluffy and perfect. By the way, today's rice was cooked in an earthenware pot, and my husband really liked it. This teriyaki seasoning is really good and may not need sake and mirin in the future. It's also a perfect match for eggs. Today there are no vegetables, so I really need to put this cabbage. These pickles are handmade. The pink color is achieved by adding a furikake called yukari, red shiso flavored furikake. Here is the recipe. This is a red pickled ginger I bought. Add a little more sauce. This is a luxurious bento box that allows you to enjoy two different types of rice balls. Next one is gyoza bento. First, cut the cabbage for the gyoza. It's easier to wrap them if they are cut quite finely. Some people make it with Chinese cabbage instead of cabbage. Also, it's popular to add Chinese chive. It's important to wipe off all moisture. Grate the ginger. Normally, we use ground pork when making gyoza, but ginger and garlic. Since fresh garlic was out of stock, use the paste. Add chicken stock powder, shantan, sake, soy sauce, sugar, and oyster sauce. Today I seasoned it strongly so that it would taste good even without the sauce since it was to be used in the bento box. Stir the mixture in this way until it becomes sticky. Add the cabbage that has just been cut. There is no Chinese chive, so leftover green onions are added. Mix the meat and vegetables. Prepare gyoza skin. Spread potato starch on the plate or container on which you will place the made gyoza. If you put in too much filling, it will not wrap well, so keep it at this level. Put water on the edge of the circle. Make pleats like this on one side of the skin only. The good thing about gyoza is that they can be frozen, and frozen gyoza can be cooked as is. If you put a thin layer of potato starch on the bottom of the gyoza like this, it will not stick to the plate and will be crispy and delicious when cooked. Remove excess potato starch by hand and store in a container for freezing. If cooking immediately on the same day or the next day, refrigeration is fine. Now let's cook it. Place the gyoza on a pan with a little oil. Potato starch is still attached. Please keep the heat off. When all the gyoza are arranged, turn on the heat. Add water and cook over medium heat. Cover and cook for 7 to 8 minutes. Be sure to put the lid on. If cooking frozen gyoza, cook them even longer. You may need to extend the time by 5 minutes. After 7 to 8 minutes, uncover and cook until the soil remaining water is completely gone. The nice sear has formed. I'll make another dish for today's bento. It's easy to make using leftover vegetables and meat you have at home. I'm gonna use green bell pepper, cabbage, and pork belly. Cut everything into bite-sized pieces. Oil the pan and stir-fry cabbage first. Once all the oil has been spread out, cook the pork in the corner. Sprinkle the pork with salt and pepper. When the color of the pork has almost changed, add bell pepper. Turn off or lower the heat and add seasonings, miso paste, oyster sauce, mirin, and grated garlic. The garlic miso stir fry goes well with a variety of vegetables and even chicken, so please try making it. If the sauce is thickened, it will mix well with the ingredients and is also added for bento, so potato starch is added. Dissolve well with an equal amount of water before adding. A little water was added. Mix on high heat for 1 to 2 minutes and it's done. By the way, rice must be packed and cooled in the bento box in advance, or it will cause it to spoil. Gyoza and stir fries should also be cold before stuffing. This is red pickled ginger and pickled daikon. Next one is tempura and Tamagoyaki bento. First, I'm cutting veggies for tempura. These ingredients should be changed to your liking. Today we will make tempura using a variety of fall vegetables and rice balls with shrimp tempura. Soak the lotus root in vinegar water to prevent discoloration. Cut kabocha squash into thin, small pieces. That way you can fry them in a shorter time. These sweet potatoes were grown by my mom. It was so sweet and tasty. Tempura flour is simply made from flour and potato starch. This is the amount we make. I like to make a little and add more later if I don't have enough. All you have to do is coat the vegetables with this butter and fry them. Fry for 2 to 3 minutes on each side. I heard that Western sweet potatoes are orange inside and have more water and less sweetness than Japanese ones. But I think that orange one would also be good for tempura, so please try making them. If you can find Japanese-style sweet potatoes at Asian stores or other places, please try them. It's a little sweet and tasty. Kabocha squash is also very tasty when thinly sliced and fried like this. Then my husband really liked it. The lotus root is fried in the same way. I think lotus root is best eaten in tempura. Fried until slightly browned, they are crunchy and yummy. Before making shrimp tempura, the rice and sauce should be prepared beforehand. The rice should be cooled as you make onigiri. This is Bento. You can make this by mixing soy sauce, mirin, and dashi powder. Prepare the shrimp and pat dry. Make several slits in the belly and straighten them. When fried, it will bend anyway, but this way it's a little better. Coat with flour. Then dip in leftover tempura flour. I fry a lot of vegetables and run out of oil, so I add more. If you add clear colored sesame oil and then add a little black sesame oil to it, the flavor improves immensely. The shrimp will probably take about 1.5 minutes each side to fry. This type of rice ball is called tenmusu. Wrap it your way. Deep fried shrimp in Bento. I think it's better to dip them right after frying to allow the flavor to soak in. And place on top of rice. Top with more rice. And rub with nori seaweed. It's not very attractive, but it can be wrapped in any way you like. If you don't have shrimp or don't like shrimp, you can make tempura with chicken to make this rice ball. You can also make it with vegetable tempura. Next, let's make Tamagoyaki, Japanese style rolled omelet. Add a little sugar. Please add a pinch of salt instead if you like. Oil is removed from the pan in which tempura was made. There is still quite a bit of oil left in the pan, so I will reuse it. The key is to add the egg mixture little by little. This pan is also listed in the link in the description section, so check it out if you want it. A slightly larger size is also listed. Finally, make one more dish. Cut bell peppers and chikuwa. Shred both. lightly fry green pepper in sesame oil. Add chikuwa. The frying time for both is very short. Season these with dashi powder and sugar. Taste and add a little salt and pepper. Since it's for bento, the key is to season it in a way that it does not become watery. Cut the egg and check the cross section. Pack everything in the bento box. Put the rice balls in first and fill in the gaps with tempura. What kind of tempura do you like? I think I'll make chicken tempura next time. The last one is 2 types of sandwich bento. I'm gonna make yakisoba sandwich and mille-feuille cheese cutlet sandwich. Before making sandwiches, make mini hot dogs. I like to top it with chopped potatoes. The sausage is cut into small pieces. I made this before with fish sausage and my husband said he didn't like it much, so today I made meat sausage. I forgot to buy pancake mix, so I will make it by hand. Put flour, baking powder, sugar, milk, egg, and vanilla extract. Mix well and dip the sausage into the batter. The surface of the dough is coated with finely chopped potatoes to try to create a crunchy texture. It may need some improvement, but it tasted good. My husband loved the crunchy potatoes. Next, let's make mille-feuille cheese cutlet. Layer about 5 thin slices of pork. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. I didn't have a lot of cheese in the house, so cheese was sandwiched in and out. Sprinkle salt and pepper occasionally, as I think it will be too salty if you sprinkle it on everything. If you put the cheese in the center, it will not pop out when fried. When the layers are finished, dust with flour. Make sure the sides are well coated with flour. Make the batter in the same way as the first bento. The tonkatsu should be well covered with batter. Then coat it with panko. Heat oil through it and fry for 3 minutes on each side. They were browned and fried very well. Next, let's make yakisoba. Oil the pan and brown the noodles slightly. If you fry them over high heat for about 3 minutes, you can get some of the crunchy texture, which makes them very tasty. If it's a hassle, simply fry it. I was impatient and stirred it right away, unable to wait. By the way, these are boiled noodles. If using fresh noodles, boil them a little harder, drain through it and fry. Season it with Worcestershire sauce, sugar, chicken stock powder, miso paste, and oyster sauce. Stir fry through it for 2 to 3 minutes until the water is absorbed. Yakisoba sandwich is easy to make because it's made only with noodles without any ingredients. I'm so happy to have found the perfect bread for this bento box. Use your favorite bread. Add plenty of noodles. Adding cabbage and cucumber to a tonkatsu sandwich is refreshing and has a really good texture. The cheese melted and created the perfect layered tonkatsu. It's tasty just sprinkled with aonori, but to improve its appearance, it's topped with boiled egg. I like these cute mini hot dogs. Pour tonkatsu sauce and ketchup over the top, and it's ready. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel. If you are already a subscriber and would like to support our channel, please join our membership. Membership feedback will be reflected in content creation. See you in the next video.